We just recently had our rookie brunch in which we welcome our freshmen to campus, a lot of our families of returning players as well as all of our players and support staff try to make this event, and it really is a nice day for us, and especially for our freshmen. We have 5 freshmen and 3 of them are from North Carolina: Amber Parrish, Stephanie Kreider, and Katie Causey. We also have 2 other freshmen that are out-of-staters: Lauren Walker from Pennsylvania and Jenna Kelly from California. I'm really excited about having all 5 in our program. I think they're really going to bring a lot to the field, to the table, to our team, and we're just really excited about them and excited to start off a new season for Carolina softball.
I know you guys start practice next week. Maybe you could just talk about how you'll start to prepare for fall ball and the season.
Okay. Right now we're in our time where we're kind of in our preseason, and we gradually work our players back into practices. This past week our players were tested in the weight room with our strength and conditioning coach as well as our trainers to get baseline assessments of where they are and where they're starting. And this week in particular, we are getting the girls back into the strength and conditioning aspect of their training. Our strength coach has been working with them a lot just on some basics in terms of their running form, some really good stretches to get them where they need to be. Next week we'll start our individual practices, so we finally get to go out on the field and work with the girls, and we'll be doing that by position because we can only have small groups working at that point. There'll be 4 to a group, but the nice benefit of that is that we can have as many coaches as we want to work with them. So again, we'll have our position players coming out, so our middles will work for a session, our outfielders will work for a session, our pitchers and catchers, and then we'll be doing both defense as well as our offense. And again, we'll be working in small groups for short times. The week after that, we'll go into our full-blown team practices and get us ready for our games that we're going to be playing in the fall. But really, it's really just getting us prepared because it's a long season to get to where we open up in February. So we've got a lot of steps that we want to take to build for an ACC championship and build to get to the World Series. So it all starts right now. It kind of is like peeling off an onion, and you just go layer by layer and try to really build on those layers to get to where we finally want to be at the end of the year.
And along those lines, maybe talk about some of the new members of your staff.
Sure. This year, going into the season, we have Boo Gillette back. She's our pitching coach and catching coach, and has now completed a full year at Carolina softball, being my assistant and heading up our recruiting. Excited about the hire of Mick Hokanson. Mick comes to us from Troy University. He's had some stops along the way at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and the University of Oregon. Mick is going to be heading up our hitting and our infield, and I think he brings a wealth of knowledge with him. We're very excited to get started. Both of us are on the same page in terms of where we want to go with our hitting and with our defense, and we're looking to be a really aggressive team up at the plate and a powerful team. And I think defensively we'd like to get back to where we were in the past as being the top team in the ACC defensively, and I feel like we have the personnel to do that. So very excited about the hire of Mick Hokanson. We've also added a volunteer in Michelle Batts, and Michelle Batts is a recent graduate of Northwestern University, and Northwestern has perennially been a top team in the Big Ten. They won a World Series, and she comes from a very good background at Northwestern. Very similar, I think, in terms of the academic aspect of it here at Carolina. Michelle was a big hitter for Northwestern, a big left-handed power hitter. She's going to be assisting Mick in the infield as well as with hitting, and so very excited about her. Danny Manko, who is a fifth-year senior, will be our student assistant, and Danny is going to be assisting in the outfield and in base running, and those are two of the areas that she really stood out for us as her 4-year playing career. So she's finishing up her 5th semester here, and again will be working with us this year as a student assistant. And we also have Catherine Mitchell back, who is starting her 2nd year as our Director of Ops. So I feel like we're in a really good place with our staff. Very exciting to get started, and I think all of them bring something new to the table for us, and certainly I think we have a good base to work from because we have been successful, but we dropped a little bit short of our goals last year, and we're really excited and committed to go forward. The girls worked really hard this summer in the weight room. They were very committed in that aspect of it, and so it's just carrying through for us, getting us started in the fall.
Perfect.